The dialectic method. This method of philosophizing was conceived by the Greek philosopher Socrates, born 470 BCE, one of the great philosophers of the ancient world. Unfortunately, he did not leave any written words, and everything people know about him came from the dialogues written by his famous student, Plato. Socrates' aim was to achieve what he called the good life, which is based on the proper care of one's soul psyche in Greek. The soul, according to Socrates, can be properly taken care of if we make it as good as possible. Stumpf, 2008. Since by its very nature, the soul's activity is to know, the soul can only be good if we employ it in the activity of having a clear awareness of the meaning of some words. Stumpf, 2008. When we have a clear awareness of what justice is, we harm our soul if we act contrary to what we know, harming others, which is the opposite of being just. However, how can we achieve a clear understanding of words? We can achieve this by an act of disciplined conversation. Stumpf, 2008, which Socrates compared to an intellectual midwife. Socrates called this method dialectic. The method appears simple, but anyone subjected by Socrates to this method eventually felt its intense rigor. The method starts with eliciting the definition of a certain word from a person who appears to be familiar or pretends to be familiar with its meaning. Socrates then points out the imperfections of the understanding of the person through a series of questions. What Socrates desires is for the person to realize his ignorance and contradictions, and thereby correcting his own mistakes and arriving at a complete knowledge of the true meaning of the word.